8 units for $247, and my man ain't put in no money. Yo, I'm here with my man Leland, and just to let you.
That's crazy.
Perfect.
That's crazy.
Perfect.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Yo, today I'm here with my man Leland. Leland is HBCU alumni. Shout out to North Carolina A&T.
Thank you, Pride.
Even though my mother is alumni from Central. My best friend mother is alumni from Central, but it's all good.
It's all good.
We rocking with A&T today. My man owned 8 units, and here I want to say, me and him, we probably met in 17 or 18.
Something like that. I came to one of your
Yeah,
meetups.
you came on my meetups.
Yeah, the one like right outside Noda.
That's the one you was
second
at.
round,
That's the one. Max Maxwell put me on his channel, and
Yeah.
I had a large turnout at that particular.
For
They
sure.
was like, yo, you was in Charlotte, dog. People were excited. So, and I think me and you connected on something because I had you locked in my phone.
Yeah. We was talking about stuff, man. Crypto, something. We was talking about
something. But anyway, so all right, I got my man Leland here, and Leland actually owns this 8 units, and he got in no money, but 8 units for $247. We're out in Hickory, North Carolina. It's about an hour away from Charlotte. A few race car drivers live out here. I got an ex that's from out here, and a few race car drivers live out here, but apparently it's going on in Hickory as far as picking up the multifamily, as you know. But anyway, Leland, tell me about you, right?
Okay.
Where did you grow up at? Because you a North Carolina boy, right?
Yeah, North Carolina boy, born and raised. Sanford, North Carolina, about 30 minutes outside Fayetteville, Sanford. They kind of one and the same. Yeah, small town.
You fish?
No.
Okay, that's
I
surprising.
have, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. You hunt?
No.
Okay.
And I haven't done that either.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not that country. Like my mom's is from New York. My dad's from Ohio. Just so happened we there.
Y'all ended up in Sanford, and then you grew up in Sanford.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then you went to A&T.
Yeah.
All right. After A&T, what happened after A&T?
True, man. So after A&T, I went to school for computer science. My wife did too. We both went to school for computer science. We was like, yo, like we're gonna go to school, we're gonna get this good IT job, and life is gonna be set. We're gonna live the American dream. We're gonna both make 6 figures, and we did that. We did it at like 25. We was killing it. We were both kind of like at the top of our careers. I was working for a tech giant. She was working for a financial firm in the information security department. I just wanted it, man. Like, I mean, we had the money, but I was drained mentally. And
at what age? What age are you talking about?
26, 25,
yeah, I was in the call
27.
center then, and I was drained mentally too.
Yeah, every day.
I was drained. Yeah, every day.
We had money, but
and
I had
didn't
nothing
have
else.
money. I didn't have money. I didn't have 6 figures.
I had money. We had nothing else to give. And we was like, we thought we had made it. We was like, yo, this is it. This is what everybody wants, American dream. We both made 6 figures. We were young, but we just wasn't fulfilled. You know, what really turned it around for me was one of the guys I work with said that he had got hired at that company the year I was born. And I was like, so you mean to tell me for the next 30 years I got to do this, how I feel every day? And it just wasn't it. And so we had to look for the other ways.
I applied to go to North Carolina A&T, and they turned me down.
Come on.
Like everybody else. Central turned me down too, so y'all don't feel better over there. But everybody turned me down. You guys know I'm a hustler. I did go to college, King University in New Jersey. Took me 6 years to get a 4-year degree, but I finished. I didn't give up. I didn't quit. Never had a 6-figure job either. Never got that. I was in the call center making $12 an hour, but you were in your 20s. Okay, you didn't lie to yourself and say, yo, or your wife. Y'all didn't lie to yourself and say, oh, it'll get better. We're just gonna stay here. We got everything we need.
Right.
Y'all were both on the same page.
Yeah.
So with you guys both being on the same page, it goes, and you know this, unfortunately in hip hop culture, we don't promote marriage enough.
For sure.
And 4 hands going after one goal, you get to the goal quicker.
It's huge.
You know what I mean? Like then 2 hands going after one goal. But he realized in his 20s, I was in my 20s when I realized like, yo, I was mentally drained already. So I could imagine, you know, I'm 39 now, I could imagine being 39 in that joint. I see why like in my age bracket so many people commit suicide. Ideally, I think minute is between
sure.
X amount of age, but in finance, it was like the number one reason
It's
being
tough.
unfulfilled. I was mentally drained, but I looked for a way. So, how did you fall into real estate?
Like I said, once I realized this wasn't it, like I didn't want to do this for the next 30 years, I just started looking for other ways. Being from an IT background, my first thought was to start an app company. So I went through that whole process, went through the incubator process here in Charlotte. Shout out City Startup Labs, Mr. Rock, he's a dope guy. That just wasn't it either. Long story short, I was working one day, at my job, and my wife was like, yo, like there's this guy in North Carolina who's doing real estate stuff, and he looks like us. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it just happened to be Max. And what little people know about me is like my family, it's monopoly is everything in my family, right? So my uncles, like it's a rite of passage almost. Like you can't play at the big boy table till you like 18. Like that's how serious. We got trophies. So what happened was funny enough. Like this is true story.
Hold on, nah. This had to happen in Sanford. This is Sanford.
No. This ain't Sanford.
This ain't no
Ohio.
This Ohio?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Like,
all
my dad's side from Ohio.
Okay,
But,
all right.
Yeah, no, for real. Monopoly
Ohio,
serious.
this is on you.
No, seriously.
What city in Ohio? Tell me a city.
Akron, LeBron.
LeBron. Okay, Akron. Okay,
Yeah,
all
Akron,
right.
Ohio.
I'm disappointing you, Akron.
No.
I thought much more of you. Okay, but
Listen,
go ahead.
anybody in Monopoly that want it can get it. I assure you can get it. I promise you. But yeah, so long story short, it came down to one video, sitting on my job, and Max was like, man, like this is like Monopoly in real life. And something clicked about when he said that to me, because I was like, yo, like I can do Monopoly. I seen Max doing it. I watched his journey early. He always used to shout you out. So I seen some of your videos early too, and I was just like, yo, like let's give it a shot. And probably 2 months later, like I quit. Now granted, like I said, it was crazy because the wife hold it down. She was like, look, I was up to like 3 a.m. I used to work 410s. I technically really worked 412s in my job. So I used to get off at about 10 p.m. and I used to grind on real estate.
Was you going in the office or you working at home?
It was mostly in the office.
Okay, cool.
It was mostly in the office, but I could work from home too.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to get off of work at 10. I used to grind to about 3 on the real estate, like wholesale side. And she was like, yo, like you just can't do this. I got us. She was just like, go ahead and do your thing. And so from that point on, that was like 4 years ago in October.
From discovering the real estate, did you do some courses? Did you go to seminars? Like what happened?
Yeah,
now?
man. Yeah. So we paid the $1,500 weekend. We gonna teach you everything you need to know. Then you get there and they like $40,000 will teach you everything you need to know. We did that. We didn't do the $40,000 though. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Go to DuruSquad.com. DuruSquad.com. I'll get you right.
Yeah, for sure. So we did that. We went there. We knew that wasn't it. I wasn't paying I wasn't taking out debt to learn how to do real estate. We knew it was possible. We took Flipman course. Shout out Flipman, OG.
I never met Flipman, but Flipman, like people call me the OG, but Flipman actually is on YouTube way before me.
Yeah.
Way before me. Like he's a real, like he's been around. You know what I mean?
He's been around. He just give it to you straight. It ain't fancy, but he give it to you. And so we took his course, chopped it up with him a couple times. Still didn't really. Like I knew all the information, but it still wasn't enough to take action, and so that's why I said it was YouTube, it was Max, you guys. It was like Max's whole thing at that time was like take action, and it was like, yo, take action, you can do this, and so I was like, all right, that's dope.
Okay.
So yeah, courses all day, everything. YouTube University, books.
You learned about real estate 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you did some courses, did that. Take me to the year you did your first deal, and what year was that?
It was 2018. That same year I quit. It was like a few months later.
Damn, he quit. He went all in. I do not recommend y'all quit your job. I tell you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't. He had a good, loving, supporting wife.
For sure.
All right. You know what I mean? She's A&T alumni too. So, they was on the same page. You know what I mean? Again, shout out to, what's the name of y'all? Y'all the what? Y'all not the Bears. Are y'all the Bears or?
Which somebody?
A&T, the mascot.
Oh, come on, the Aggies, yo.
Shout out to the Aggies. I'm sorry. Shout out to the Aggies. Shout out to the Aggies. They're the greatest homecoming on earth.
For sure.
Y'all, please do not rag me up because I called y'all the Bears. Y'all not the Bears. Y'all the Aggies and greatest homecoming on earth. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Also, listen, don't just quit. What happened was, for real, this is actually a story to this. Before I quit, I had 2 wholesale assignments lined up.
Okay.
For about $20,000 a piece.
Okay.
With that, along with the job, like it just made sense. Now, like we know in wholesale, it didn't actually turn out. So we had to kind of pivot from that point. But that was the main reason.
When did you do your first deal? How much was it?
Oh shoot! First deal was a wholesale deal in South Carolina. It was called Sharon, South Carolina. It was tough. It took me forever to sell it. I was way over my numbers. I was terrible at it, and I think I made $1,000 on that wholesale assignment.
Mine was 2. Okay, 2,000. Okay, all right. So we're getting somewhere. When did you get your first real big wholesale check?
Surprisingly enough, man, like I stopped wholesaling like probably like 2-3 months after the first wholesale did. Like I stopped. Like I ain't gonna hold you.
You was done.
I was done.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the grind, like it's a grind.
It's
For
work.
real. It's work. And what happened was I actually came into a sub 2 deal with the prospecting, and the sub 2 deal made enough sense to where I was like, look, I got a little bit of line of credit. I actually closed on it and I actually sold it. We did maybe 15 grand worth of work. Really, really rough job. We was in there ourselves, painting and doing crazy stuff. But we sold it and probably made about 45 grand in profit after that sub 2 deal flip. And so from that point on, we really just kind of changed focus and started to actually do flips primarily. So I probably only did, I would say 2 wholesale deals, one for that 1K, and then I had another one probably with me and my boy. We split it JV in Siler City, North Carolina. We did about 5 grand a piece.
5 grand a piece, and then you got to flipping. The flipping gave you a big check and all that. Now, 8 units, right? 247. You got in the deal for no money, dog.
$0, man.
$0. And if you're looking around, you got 8 units, roof looking good. How did you get into this deal with no money? How did you find the deal? Let's start there. How did you find the deal? Break that down. Wholesaler brought you the deal.
Yep.
8 units, 247.
All my deals come from wholesalers.
Okay, all right. And you out there, and if somebody wants to get in touch with a good wholesaler, what do you recommend? How do they find the good wholesalers?
Facebook groups primarily where I find the good ones. I mean, meetups, places like you, Nas Max meetups, just around, man. I mean, there are enough of them there, and they usually advertising some kind of deal or something because they're just trying to move it. What had happened when this deal was, it was 2020. It was in the middle of the pandemic, and people were scared about the rent because they were like, hey, look, my tenant's not paying. And so this deal was actually a part of a 100-unit package for the wholesaler. And for whatever reason, the end buyer didn't want this particular property. And so he had a hard time selling it towards the end of 2020. The market was looking crazy. And so he kept on going down on his price, down on his price, down on his price. And then, somehow, some way we got connected. And
yeah, because I bought my primary during there from a wholesaler. Mm-hmm. But my primary during the, my second primary, my other primary. I sold my other primary and moved into another house. During the pandemic, people were scared to move.
Yeah.
Tenants, people were scared to move.
It was a nice little pocket right there where you could get some things because
everybody
was
everybody scared. I got picked up 3 rentals in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Shout out to Rock Hill. Did you have to negotiate a price? How did that work?
We negotiated a price a little bit. We came out, we walked. I talked to the tenants before we got under contract. Just kind of get a vibe for the place because this was my first multifamily deal too. Yeah, no, we negotiated a little bit because there was a lot of deferred maintenance. Really, the property was just really poorly managed, and all the tenants were complaining about a lot of things that they've been asking for months, and it just needed a little bit of work.
All right, let me ask you this, bro, because you said you checked it out, you walked the property.
Yeah.
Okay, tell people how far that drive was for you to come walk the property.
About 1 hour and 30 minutes,
all right,
for sure.
90 minutes just to walk the property. So I don't want y'all thinking that just because you not wholesaling, whatever, to pick up great deals is still work involved. He could have drove out here and not bought the deal and said, man, this is just bad. You know what I mean? All right, that happens. All right. So you look at deals you don't buy, but he was willing to drive 90 minutes. And this is why he is successful and he has this deal. All right. So the next step of the deal, right?
So what happened next is just so happened my hard money lender, he lent me the money to buy the property and put a little bit of money into repair. And what we did was we actually raised the down payment that we needed for that hard money lender from a private partner. And they funded the deal and a little bit of the first few months of payments because the property was still almost cash flowing when we bought it. It had about 6 of the 7 units were occupied. 6 of the 8 units were occupied.
He deferred payments. Did I hear that right?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, we raised money to put the down payment that we needed down.
Okay.
And it gave us enough to cover about 2 or 3 months worth of payments because the property was almost cash flowing.
He came up with the terms with the hard money lender. The hard money lender said, yo, this is what we gonna do for you. Then he went out and raised the money. He went somewhere else, raised the money to cover, down payment and a few monthly payments, etc., to get the property stabilized. Okay, you raise the money, you got everything in place. Boom. This your first multifamily deal. What's going through? You nervous? You scared?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Crazy nervous, man. Like anytime, I think it is like you probably know it too. Like every time you do something a little bit different, you kind of outside your comfort zone.
Correct.
You get nervous. I mean, I heard the same things everybody else was nervous about with the pandemic and people not paying their rent and they don't have to pay their rent. It sparked, some fear, some natural fear in it. But really, it was just honestly, man, the purchase price was like, yo, that's a house. You know what I'm saying? So,
like especially in Charlotte.
Yeah, especially in Charlotte. Worst case scenario, I just think we can make this work. I mean, we looked at the numbers 2, 3, 4 different ways. Looked at it as a flip, looked at it as a rental, long term, short term. I mean, we just jumped, man.
Yo, I tell people sometimes you gotta jump off the building and grow wings on the way down. Closing day, you close on it. What's step one? Because it's a brand new roof on that joint.
Yeah. That was the number one, man. We had holes, leaks, everybody, everything, man.
How much that roof ran you?
It's a crazy story about the roof if you want to hear it. So because I live an hour and 30 minutes away, right? I called probably about 10 people to give me a bid the same day, the same time, all like 11 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah.
I had about 20 people out here bidding on the roof, and I think I ended up spending about
15,000.
15,000.
Okay. The 247 purchase.
Mm-hmm.
How much you spent in repairs?
We spent roughly 40,000. We had a unit that was completely vacant, needed a full reno. I'll share those pictures with you guys, the video.
Okay. All right.
But that cost about 15 to get up to speed, and then the rest was just slight deferred maintenance and across all the units.
All right, so you spent about 40,000, which is great. You did real good. 40,000, and boom. How much you doing gross rents?
About 4,400.
4,400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, your cost base is about 300. 280, well, 247 purchase, 40,000, but with the hard money points and all that, you're probably like around.
Yeah, it was right at 300.
300 for
and then we did a cash out refi.
Cash out refi.
30 year.
Yeah.
We're actually at 25, and we pulled out about 30 grand.
Okay, now with your cash out refi, you got 30-year money, which is 30-year money. It stretches the payments out longer, so your payments go down, and basically his tenants is paying that. And he's creating equity, and he gets the cash flow now to live. So that's why I like real estate. You can, it's not only a future play, it's not only a 5-10 year play, but you get the cash flow now. He didn't use any of his own money, and then he refinanced it, paid everybody off, and now, he's just...
Still came up 30.
Still came up 30.
So not only am I not in, I'm probably up 30 on a cash flow asset.
And he up 30 with no money in the deal, and that 30,000 is tax free because it was a loan.
Absolutely.
Come on, bro. It don't get better than this. I mean, and no disrespect to the stock market, but I don't think you can do that with stocks. So, you should invest, but do what's right for you. But this is why I love real estate.
Let me hit you on one joint too.
Yeah.
Man. So it's one thing that I always say, because people ask me, and I know you know it better than most, is the difference between residential and commercial, right? So the beauty of it is that I could force appreciation in this property in like 9 months.
Yeah.
So we almost doubled the value. So it was easier to cash out refi in the end, because commercial is primarily income based, the value, whereas your residential is primarily comparable based. It really was a good play. It worked out well, man. So residential, commercial multifamily is always a dope one. So
Leland, people gonna have a lot of questions. People gonna want to talk to you. How can they find you on social media?
Instagram, you can find me at LB_X_RE. And we also got a new YouTube channel rolling out soon. It'll be the same, LBXRE.
All right, so the YouTube channel, we're going to put the link in the description. Instagram, we're going to put that in the description. Again, I want you to comment below. If you've never done a multifamily deal, would you drive 90 minutes away and get 8 units for $247? Is that something you would do? Comment below. Let me know if you did the same thing. Do you think this is a good deal? He's cash flowing $4,400 a month. So just let me know your thoughts below. Again, we in Hickory, North Carolina. I'm Nasser, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a duru because I actually do this business. Yo, make sure y'all click on the video next to me with my man with the multifamily. Peace.